Welcome back, all sports fans, YouTubers, Facebookers, all social media across the nation. Uneducated Network on YouTube presents Uneducated Sports Talk. Right there. I'm your host, Carlos Clayton, and we got good news, Week 16 news for the NFL. First of all, Jaguars trending up, Eagles trending up, Seahawks going down, Raiders going down. Stocks are rising, stocks are falling. Week 16, we saw that Week 15 was the make or break. Now, Week 16 is must-have for everybody who's contending. This is a must-have week for everybody. If not, things will go derail. We'll have more clinching news going on. Jaguars clinched playoff spot. We saw that. Eagles clinched the NFC East. So they will be, they're already in the top two as it is. They clinched first round bye. Minnesota Vikings clinched the NFC North. And I think that's pretty much it. And I think the Patriots clinched the AFC East. You would think that, right? But maybe not. I'm not sure, but I believe they did clinch the AFC East, yes. But Jaguars, that's a big statement that they did against the Houston Texans. Yes, an inferior team, but nonetheless, they made a big statement, 45-7, dismantling them. So that was Week 15. Those are the stocks that are going up. Stocks are going down. Those are the things we talk about now. Let's talk about Week 16 and the matchups. This is my Pick'ems episode. So, let's talk Saturday games right now. We have a few Saturday games, lots of Sunday games, and we have 2 Monday night, a.k.a. Christmas games. And Sundays will be Christmas Eve, obviously, duh. Let's start off with the Colts at the Ravens. This Saturday game. I'm going with the Ravens. Ravens are still in the playoff contention. They need this win very badly. I'm going with the Ravens to win this. The Colts on the road are not the same team at home. At home, they have firepower. T.Y. Hilton is very destructive at home on that turf. Outside of that, not so much. Ravens play great defense already as it is. Yes, Smith is gone from them for the season, but they still know how to rally with their defense. They have a pretty good defense on that side. I have the Ravens winning this pretty easily. Vikings at the Packers. If Aaron Rodgers would have won the game last week, I would have easily chose the Packers at home against the Vikings. Yes, this is a very good Vikings team. Very good, but I think Aaron Rodgers led Packers would have beat them. But with Aaron Rodgers being out, he's on IR now. Their season is done. I had the Vikings winning this. It'll still be a close matchup because no matter what happens, take the records away, take the players away, it's still a rivalry, the Vikings at the Packers. But I do have the Vikings winning this in a very close game. Rams at the Titans. And the Rams, after that butt whipping they gave the Seattle Seahawks, and no one, including myself, saw that coming. I could have easily saw a win from the Rams, but not a butt whipping they put up there. 42-7 in Seattle. And that's supposed to be the king of the mountain, the kings, the top guys in the NFC West. Well, now Rams have just bust that door open and said, guess what? We are the guys that you need to worry about. We're the team. We're the big bullies now. So they went in there and they handled business big time, 42-7. Did I see that coming? They now go on the road against the Titans, and I think that'll be another easy game for them. Tennessee is all in disarray. Tennessee needs this game just as much as the Rams do. But right now, Tennessee, after back-to-back losses against inferior competition, they look like they don't want to win it at all. So I'm going with the Rams to destroy the Tennessee Titans. Bills at the Patriots. This game, I'm going with the Patriots, but hey, it won't be so big of a difference. I think the Bills make it competitive. I really think, and I would not be shocked if the Bills do win this game. But one, they got revenge in their mind for the hit from Gronkowski on Tre'Davious White, the last time they played, which was a couple weeks ago. Now they got revenge in their mind, and they want a piece of Tom Brady and a piece of the playoffs. This is a must-win game for both teams as well. So look for this to be a really good game on the docket as well. I'm going with the Patriots winning this, but a very close game. Browns at the Bears. Yes, this is our boo-boo game of the week, but reason I'm saying yes for the Cleveland Browns. I think the Cleveland Browns get their first victory of the season. It happens right here, because if it doesn't happen here, they go 0-16 and they are done. They're done. They'll be in the record books with the Detroit Lions if they don't get this win. So they face against a very, not inferior team, but someone that's on their level, which is Chicago Bears. They're offensively, they can't do anything. They stink. Browns and the Bears, what I like about those two teams is, yes, they're both horrible, but what I like about it, they compete. Both compete. They just don't have the talent level to compete for a long time. Well, now their talent level is on the same scale with each other, so it's going to be a very good game. I'm going with the Cleveland Browns getting their first victory and their only victory of the season. Falcons at the Saints. I am going with the New Orleans Saints in this one. Yes, they lost the first time they met up in Atlanta, but now it's a different scenario. Matt Ryan has just been struggling. That Saints defense they're very opportunistic. As long as Marshawn Lattimore is playing at a high level at cornerback play in his rookie year, the Saints team will be very good. They get Alvin Kamara back, and hopefully he can play more than 3 snaps this time for the New Orleans Saints. And this will be a different team. I think the Saints win. Not easy. It's going to be a really good game. These two teams are pretty much neck and neck, but it's going to be a good game. But I had the Saints winning by about 10 points. You know how they always do that. Lions at the Bengals. Lions got to have this. Bengals are at home. Well, they get Joe Mixon back. Joe Mixon just came back from a concussion. He missed the last 2 games, and they just haven't been the same without him. Well, I think the Bengals finally get Joe Mixon back. They get the running game going back. I got the Bengals beating the Detroit Lions as my upset of the week. The Lions fall to the Cincinnati Bengals. I'm telling you right now, the Lions, they really do need this, but going into Cincinnati, it's kind of cold. And yes, Lions play in Detroit, but they're playing the Dome. They're not used to that cold. They're not. So them playing against the Bengals, I think the Bengals take this one in a very low-scoring game. I got it somewhere about that 20-16 kind of range. So also, let's go with the Bucs at the Panthers. I'm going with the Panthers in this one. The Panthers, they're keeping stride. You would have thought as bad as they kind of felt like they were about a month and a half ago, they're still 10-5. The Panthers are on par to actually make it to the playoffs. They might be the top seed. They might be the representative for the NFC South. They might not. Regardless, it's going to be very interesting how this NFC, the whole NFC, not just the South, the whole NFC comes down. We got the Rams, who if they win this game, they clinch the NFC West. And all they got to do is basically just win this game. And I think they will have sole possession of 3rd place. But they're looking for more than just 3rd place. They want the 2nd place, the first round bye. So anything will happen with these Vikings and the Rams, look out for that as well. Let's talk about the Dolphins at the Chiefs. And another good game. Dolphins are pretty much done with the loss against the Bills. They're pretty much done. The Chiefs have to have this with a victory. The Chiefs clinched the AFC West, and they will represent the playoffs, represent the AFC West in the playoffs, and we'll get our second team in from the AFC. The Chiefs are just lucky to be in a bad division when it comes to record-wise. The Chargers, record-wise, aren't good, started off bad, and the Raiders started off bad too. They've been kind of ho-hum the whole entire year. But the Chiefs started off 5-0 looking like gangbusters. We all thought the Chiefs were just going to dominate the whole entire season, and they fall flat in their butts, and now they're trying to fight and claw. So thank God they are in a very porous division. But the Chiefs do like the best team in that league. After that victory over the Los Angeles Chargers, after that victory, it kind of sealed them being the best in the AFC West. So I'm going with the Chiefs to beat the Dolphins, because the Dolphins are pretty much done for the season. Their loss against the Bills was kind of tough for them. They won't win the AFC East, obviously, and I don't think they will even match up in the AFC wild card. They need a lot of help. They get in there, a lot of help. Broncos at Redskins, one of the few games where it just doesn't mean crap at all. Broncos at the Redskins, this is just for teams trying to, get it on a roster, whether it's their current roster or show off for another team's roster. And I'm going with the Broncos to win this. I think the Redskins will have trouble against the Broncos secondary. Look, Akeem Talib and Chris Harris Jr., they all want to make a point like, if everything went our way like it should have gone, and we're talking about the offense didn't struggle, which made the defense ultimately struggle, they could have been a very good team. They would have found that quarterback, quote unquote. They'd have been very good. So I'm going with the Broncos to beat the Redskins, because the Broncos got a lot to prove, and the Redskins are just done. And we're gonna find out the fiasco with them and Kirk Cousins pretty soon. Chargers at the Jets. I'm going with the Chargers in this one. The Chargers still have a chance to make it into the AFC wild card. And win the division as well. So they're fighting for a lot. The Jets, they lost Josh McCown, and after that, I thought that their season was pretty much over with. Josh McCown was rallying that team. He was leading that team into something special. Not playoff special, not Super Bowl special, but just showing them that we can compete. Because let's be honest, this Jets team in the beginning of the season, they looked like straight trash. On paper, I couldn't find them winning 2 games. They proved me wrong. This team competes just like the Browns, just like the Bears. They compete. So I'm going with the Broncos to beat the Jets. The Chargers to beat the Jets. Excuse me. Jaguars at the 49ers. Boy, the start of the season, I would have thought it's been a kind of a maybe kind of game for the 49ers. The Jaguars are on a whole nother level after clinching their first playoff spot basically since 2007, I think. Since 07. They haven't had a big playoff since 07. They look damn good. Not only defensively, we knew that all year as game by game went, but now their offense, the last 3 games, Blake Bortles has been amazing, and I thought I would never say Blake Bortles and amazing in the same sentence. I thought I would never do that, but he's been playing amazing football the last 3 games. This is with and without Leonard Fournette, so it doesn't matter because the run game is going to be there for them because they know how to play the run game. And look, they had a coaching change, and then they had the general manager change, and it's all worked to their benefit. They know who they are. They want to establish the run first and then get the passing. But as of lately, they've been passing the ball great. I mean, they take downfield shots. So, 49ers, Jimmy Garoppolo, he is nothing to sneeze over. He is going to be the future for the 49ers. If all things are said and stuck in stone, he will be the future of the 49ers. They have not lost since he's been the starting quarterback now. He is 3-0 with the San Francisco 49ers starting quarterback. I believe 5-0 for his career. So, Jimmy Garoppolo, and there will not be an easy cake walk, but the Jaguars are just playing great defense. I don't see who kind of shines for the Jaguars. I mean, for the 49ers against the Jaguars defense. I just don't see it at all. I got the Jaguars win this game pretty convincingly. Seahawks at the Cowboys, which is going to be a very, very good game. I'm going with the Cowboys to win this game. Both these teams is a must-win. Both teams. You pretty much lose this game, you are out. You lose this game, you're out. No lie. If the Seahawks lose, Cowboys lose. I don't know the actual scenarios, but in my mind, whoever loses this game, they are done. And the Cowboys already faced that situation last week against the Raiders, and they came out victorious. Now they're at home against the Seahawks team who's either A, going to not care at all what's going on and just flat out be disgusting, or B, or 2, whatever I just said, 1 or A, that they are going to come out and play inspiring football because of that foolishness they had displayed last week against the Rams. 2 scenarios now. They'll be either competitive or not competitive. I'm going with the not competitive part because I think their locker room is in so much disarray and there's more beef going on than a steak factory. So I don't know what's going to go on with the Seattle Seahawks, but I do know the Cowboys get Ezekiel Elliott back. I know that for sure, and I know that they're going to run that man crazy because guess what? Week 16 and he is fresh as can be. So I'm going with the Cowboys to win this game. Not gonna say convincingly, but a couple touchdown leads on them. And the Cowboys are a scary team. They can get their stuff together. I did say early in the year, if Zeke is healthy and that running game is healthy, they're probably the best team on paper because that means their defense is on the field as much because they eat up so much time possession. So I'm going with the Cowboys to be the Seattle Seahawks. For the Giants at Cardinals, I'm going with the Cardinals. Drew Stanton comes back, which makes Larry Fitzgerald's job a lot easier. Blaine Gabbert, he's a decent backup. He's a decent third string. But the pass matcher starting quarterback is not a good thing. He missed so many passes to Larry Fitzgerald. I know that I have Larry Fitzgerald in my fantasy, so I pay close attention to Larry Fitzgerald and how many times he gets bad passes from Blaine Gabbert. Well, now you get Drew Stanton, who was playing okay football before he got injured. Now, I'm going with the Cardinals with the Giants because they're in Arizona, they're on turf, and the Giants, yes, had a hard-fought loss against the Eagles and should have won that game. But it's a new day, a new era, and I think right now the Giants are just pretty much waiting for their last home game so that they can give Eli his last hurrah. I really think Eli is not going to be back with the team. You never know. But I'm going to Arizona Cardinals. This is another game that just doesn't mean diddly squat to any playoff race at all. It's all about pride. It's all about playing for a roster, man. So that's what it's all about. That's all Christmas Eve. Let's go with the Christmas games. And if the Texans, boy, you saw Steelers at Texans for Christmas, you would have had Deshaun Watson, J.J. Watts, Whitney Merciless. You would have had just a great game against Big Ben and Le'Veon Bell and Antonio Brown. Now you get no Antonio Brown, you get no Deshaun Watson, no J.J. Watts, no Whitney Merciless. You get basically still a good Steelers team versus a really, really bad Texans team right now. They're bad on all levels. Outside of DeAndre Hopkins. Outside of DeAndre Hopkins, this team is just not good at all. I'm going with the Steelers to win this and to pretty much punch their way as AFC North champions. I think they're already AFC North champions, in my opinion. I think they are. But still, they're trying to fight for a playoff spot, and we're talking about because they can easily host a wild card round, and you don't want to do that. You want that extra day or the extra week off. I don't care what no one says. You want the extra week off because you just feel better about yourself. You got to worry about nothing. So I'm going with the Steelers to win this game, but it might be a little more difficult. Look for Le'Veon Bell to have a crazy, crazy, crazy game. Raiders at Eagles, the last Monday night game of the day and of Christmas, pretty much. Raiders and Eagles, and look, both teams are still mathematically in it. Well, we know the Eagles have clinched, and if they win this, they will definitely have a top 2 seed. But the Raiders need this bad, and I don't think they'll get it. I think Nick Foles and the Eagles come out victorious against the Oakland Raiders. And if the Eagles can win this and get home field advantage throughout, they can probably rest for week 17 and just chill. Get a lot of those guys. I'll get a lot of those guys ready. Maybe play a quarter or two. I don't know. But the Raiders got to have this. You lose this game, not only you lose, of course that means you're out of the AFC West title, but you're also out of the playoffs. You lose this and you're done. So the Raiders have to have this. I don't see how they go into Philadelphia against that offense and play a great game. Unless you got to hope that it snows and some kind of weather issue going on. But the Raiders just can't compete with the Eagles right now. And the Raiders were my Super Bowl pick, my Super Bowl representative in the AFC. And that's not looking good anymore. So, it is what it is. So I got the Eagles beating the Raiders. So, recap, Ravens over the Colts, Vikings over the Packers, Rams over the Titans, Patriots over the Bills, Browns over the Bears, I have the Saints over the Falcons, Bengals is my upset over the Detroit Lions, Panthers over the Bucks, I have the Chiefs over the Dolphins, Broncos over the Redskins, Chargers over the Jets, Jaguars over the 49ers, Cowboys defeating the Seattle Seahawks, the Arizona Cardinals beating the New York Giants, Steelers beating the Texans, and I have the Eagles beating the Raiders. Please like and subscribe to Uneducated Networks, where you see my show, Uneducated Sports Talk, and many other shows on our docket. On our channel is more than just a YouTube channel. We are a way of life. That's how we do it. So please like and subscribe. Comment down below. What is your most interesting game of the week for Week 16? Let me know down below in the comment area. So I'm Carlos Clayton. This is Uneducated Sports Talk, and all sports fans know what time it is. Stay smart. Stay uneducated. Peace.